President Zane Vergy, CNN, The West. They do make it an issue. They have been making it an issue for many months now. Many in the international community are saying that by your signing of this bill, you're taking Uganda a step backwards, that you are not protecting the freedoms and the rights and the choices of the Ugandan people. So how do you respond to that? And specifically, President Obama has said he was deeply disappointed by Uganda's move and says that it would complicate US-Uganda relations. I've listened to everything that you've said in the statement, so how would you respond to that? And does it worry you, and have you spoken directly to President Obama about this?
Well, we have been disappointed for a long time by the conduct of the West, the way you conduct yourselves there. But we just keep quiet. We just see how you do things, how the families, how they are organized, in all these things. We see them, we keep quiet. We never comment because it's not our country. Maybe you like it. So, since there's now an attempt at social imperialism to impose social values of one group on our society, then our disappointment is now exacerbated because we are sorry to see that you live the way you live. But we keep quiet about it. Now you say we must also live like us. That's why we say no.
The pineapple is hard. I have never seen a hard pineapple until I saw the one in London. It is less sweet and has got an ammonia-like pungent taste.
What is your message to Western human rights groups, to President Obama, to lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people?
Respect African societies and their values. If you don't agree, you just keep quiet. Let's manage our society the way we see. If we are wrong, we shall find out by ourselves. Just the way we don't interfere with yours.
Do you personally dislike homosexuals?
Of course, they are disgusting. What sort of people are they? How can you go? I never knew what they were doing. That's how I've been told recently that what they do is terrible, disgusting. But I was ready to ignore that if there was proof that that's how he's born, abnormal. But now the proof is not there.
What is attracting you in a man to a man? Even now, I have not really fully understood it, that you can fail to be attracted to all these beautiful women here and elsewhere, and you are attracted by a man. That's a very serious matter. It means there's something really wrong with you.
I'm talking about same sexual activity.
In our current constitution, it is banned.
Are you going to lead a campaign?
No, I will not lead a campaign.
Why not?
Those people who want that are the people who must canvass for such things, so that if they're able to win majority in amending the constitution, they would amend it. But it's not my duty on that issue to say I want to campaign for this. No.
Of course it is your, with respect, Mr. President, of course it's your duty. It's your duty to uphold human rights as recognized by the United Nations and as recognized by the countries.
It's my duty to obey my constitution.
Correct.
I would not be persuaded to violate my constitution. Currently, my constitution says what I have said. But the constitution does not forbid people with different opinions. They must canvass for the opinions which they have.
So I'm asking for your opinion, both as a man and as president. Are you in favor of changing the constitution on that issue?
No, I am not. It's never a priority in Zimbabwe to deal with that issue.
This is the problem with the Westerners. They cannot understand politeness. They cannot understand that somebody is keeping quiet, but he's not happy with me. No. Until you tell him that you go and eat your mother's something, that's when you...
President Yoweri Museveni was ushered into the conference center of the State House Entebbe and immediately, without wasting any time, signed the controversial anti-homosexuality bill into law. After enacting the bill into law, President Museveni said homosexual acts have been fanned by arrogant Western groups who come to derail children, most especially in schools. President Museveni added that recruiters, mercenaries and exhibitors of homosexuality will be punished harshly.
Even now, I have not really fully understood it.
Africans don't play games, man. Listen to this.
Madam President, what's your position on decriminalizing homosexual acts in Liberia?
I've already taken a position on that we're not going to sign any such law.
You won't sign any law to decriminalize?
I won't sign any law that has to do with that area, none whatsoever. We like ourselves just the way we are.
So, in essence, homosexuality for two gay men under the books is illegal in Liberia?
We've got certain traditional values in our society that we'd like to preserve.
So you're saying you wouldn't decriminalize that current law?
I've just said to you, we're going to maintain our traditional values.
In my clan, if we find you introducing a man to another man, Mama!
We are saying no to homosexuality. Why should you say we're going to be civilized if we only allow it? Are you saying we are very primitive now because we are frowning upon homosexuality? Even animals don't do it. Why should we be forced to do it because we want to be seen to be smart, to be seen to be civilized and advanced and so on? No, but I don't know, to be honest with you, how far this matter will go. Because already you're tying it to aid. If that is how you're going to bring your aid, then I'm afraid the Western can leave us alone in our poverty and we will continue scrounging and struggling and see how we can get going. They require help, obviously. For me, I think they're sick. That's how I see it. But they need help. The fact that they're going to jail probably is one thing, but help should be rendered to them.
Thank you. Mr. President, you were speaking about a modern Africa, and I'm here with the Bay Area Reporter, which is the LGBT newspaper. And for people who don't know what LGBT is, that's the gay and lesbian community. So I'm wondering, you've done so much for women in Rwanda, and they have so much power. I'm wondering, is the LGBT community a part of the future of Rwanda?
Well, I don't know if I understood what you just asked, but I guess I understand. I have understood. But LGBT,
homosexuality.
Yes, it hasn't been our problem. And we don't intend to make it a problem. So we are struggling with all kinds of problems we have. And as I said earlier, we want to have everybody involved, participating. That means, as I said, being there for each other again is because we mind being supportive of each other, we mind the stability that comes with allowing people to live in harmony And I think we've made good progress on that. So this far, since, as I said, that is not a big problem for us, I don't want to make it a problem. I want to assure you, there is nobody in the BBC or anywhere else who would be holding values better than we do here in Rwanda. And by the way, the danger also is those from the north, where BBC comes from, who always think they are the face of values. The rest have to follow. It's a big mistake. It's not true. I remember, if your memory serves you well, the debate that went on at the UN, genocide here that took place here in Rwanda, simply took it like, these are just Africans killing each other. But you think that is true? You think the divide that actually led to this genocide was just a creation of Rwandans, not the people from the north who actually divided this country? Would you tell me that 20 million people who were killed in the Congo were killed by other Congolese in the old days of King Leopold? BBC, you think so? You take time, you broadcast, and from morning to evening, you values. What values do you know, my dear sister, on behalf of BBC?